Hey everyone, welcome back to the course. Here in this video, we are going to talk about what is Workbench, what it can do, and then after we are going to talk about how we can perform the retrieve and deployment using Workbench. So Workbench is a tool which is provided by Salesforce, and using Workbench you can perform the below actions like you can execute REST API, you can execute SOAP API, you can execute SOCL statements. You can also perform retrieve and deployment, which we are going to see here. You can also data import, and there are many more actions that you can do with the help of Workbench. What we are going to do is how you can retrieve using Workbench and how you can deploy using Workbench. So as we have seen that this is again a Workbench provided by Salesforce. So let's quickly see how we can do that. So the very first thing is that what you need to do is just go to the Google and search for Workbench Salesforce. And the very first link that you will get is just go there into the Workbench, select which environment you wanted to log in, either Salesforce production or a sandbox. So let's quickly log in into sandbox. And sandbox is, we can say there is a 52 version available in the sandbox. We will select 52. And if you are watching this video, when the 52 version is also there in production, you can select 52 for production as well. Click on login to Salesforce. What it will do is it will log in into Salesforce. For the first time, when you will log in using Workbench, log in to the Workbench basically, it will ask you to allow your org access to the Workbench. So how it will look like is, let me quickly show you here. I'll just go there, log out, and I will log in into the different sandbox environment, and I will show you how actually it is going to ask you. Just say here, go log in with Salesforce. Not production, basically we need to log into sandbox environment. So you can see here for the now it is asking which Salesforce environment you want to log in. Suppose that I want to log into sandbox developer 2 where we have seen. So this is the screen which you will get. It is saying Workbench is asking to access your basic information, provide access to your data via web, access and manage your data. Either you wanted to allow it or deny it. Go ahead and click on allow. You don't need to worry about that because Workbench is the tool provided by Salesforce. Now what I will do is I will log out from here because the data that we have everything inside our sandbox 1. So we will again log into sandbox 1. That was just for the demo purpose so that once you try to log in, you get the screen, you don't get confused. So now we are here, we are logged in inside our Workbench. So if you go to this migration tab, you will see two options, either a deploy or a retrieve. So let's quickly click on retrieve. Now here we have two options. What two options is, if you have created a package inside your Salesforce environment, you can retrieve that package, or if you have prepared a package.xml file, you can retrieve that package.xml file as well. So I will show you both here. This is our package and the package name is objects. So just go to this package name, find this object, put here, either put this or select the package.xml file. As this is a single package, select this checkbox, click on next, and then you can see here, just click on retrieve. So what it will do is, it is going to retrieve all the components from that package. So I'm just going to click on download file and I will name it here, just downloading on desktop. I will say package, download it. Now we have got the package. Suppose that we wanted to retrieve the package.xml file. We already have a package.xml file. We don't need to prepare, but if you don't have, you must need to prepare the package.xml file. So you need to choose this file package.xml here. You can see we are under Udemy courses deployment code unpacked, and this is our package.xml file. Go ahead and click on next. Again click on retrieve. This will take here and it will auto refresh. You can see here now we have got 33 properties. Just go ahead and click on download file and we will say that package XML. This is the data that we have got for both. If you go here into the package, just let's unzip this to see what we have. So you can see we have got objects and layouts. Okay, if you go to the package, go to the component section, you will be able to see all your pack components here. You can see we have got only objects and package under this components. sorry, objects and page layout under this package. That's why we are seeing over here objects and page layout. Okay, so that's how you retrieve, either using package.xml or using a we say that our package. These are the two options that we have got. Now if you wanted to deploy it, let's quickly do on the same thing, same org. We will say deploy. Okay, this time we need to choose a file. So let's quickly choose a file which is package.xml. Okay, now it is saying allow missing file. If you want to allow auto update package, check only. If you don't want to perform the deployment, ignore warnings. You can say rollback on error. This is not a single package. What test you want? We can say that run local test. Okay, and click on next. Before we go ahead and click on deploy, let's quickly see here under the deployment status what we have, so that once we click there we will be able to see there is nothing here under the deployment status. Go ahead and click on deploy. So it is performing the validation against our same Salesforce environment. You can see everything, what is the ID, either it is done or not, check only, ignore warnings, every single thing here, the details about your deployment. Once it is done, you will see status is succeeded. You can see status success. Test classes run here. You see number of test classes, two methods. This much time it has taken. Component success, all the components here. Go to the deployment status, and you can see here it is saying validation succeed. If you go to the quick deploy, not quick deploy, basically view details, you will see here we have got an option called to quick deploy, which is available up to 10 days. You can just go ahead and click on quick deploy. It will deploy the components to your Salesforce org. So that's how you do the deployment using Workbench as well. Again, this is also an option. And why we are seeing all these things, because you will get the questions related to these tools. Like we wanted to deploy to unrelated orgs, what all tools you can use. You have Apache Ant, you have Anonymous package, you have got Workbench, and Eclipse has been got retired, so we are not using that. What all tool you can use to deploy to related orgs? You can have Genset, you can even have Workbench, you can have unmanaged package, you can have Apache Ant. So these are all the tools we are having here, and Workbench can be used, like this can be used to deploy in any org. Suppose that we wanted to deploy some other org. Let me quickly show you here. I will deploy this to a Salesforce org, which is a developer org, which is not related with this. So here we are going to log in into the production. So what we need to do is we need to provide the username and password and log in here. So once you are logged in the Workbench, you can see here it is a developer org. It's not a production. There is no relation between this sandbox from where we face the metadata. There is no relation where we wanted to deploy. We might get some error while deployment, but I will show you like we can deploy it. So we'll go to the deploy, choose files, and the file we wanted to have is, let's quickly select package one. We'll say it is a single package, rollback on error, and we'll say check only. Go to next, click on deploy. Why I have used this package one? Because I don't want it to get into an error. There might be some error which we get while deployment. So that's why I'm just showing you here. Even you can see we've got component failure one. It is saying that there might be some existing objects. So we can sort of go to component failure. We can see here we've got all these errors. There is already a child relationship invoice, no field, custom customer. So all these are the errors basically. So we are basically getting this error while we are trying to deployment. That means we can perform the deployment using Workbench to any org which might be related or might not be related. So that is about Workbench, all about Workbench, not all, but the part which we are working on the deployment. So how you can deploy and retrieve data using Workbench. So this is it about this video, and I will meet you into the next video. Thank you.